my son reaches an age, I think he was maybe about 3.5. He's a beautiful young boy. He reaches an age where I noticed that his eye, every now and then, would turn in. So obviously I was concerned. I took him straight to the doctor. I said to him, listen, I'll make it very clear. He's my son. He means the world to me. Don't waste my time. Send me to the best in the country. The best. Don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. Send me to the best in the country. And by Allah, I am not joking. Wallahi, if it was going to cost me $1 million, and I'm not joking, Wallahi al-Azim, if it was going to cost me $1 million to fix his eye, I was ready and prepared to pay it. By Allah, I'm not exaggerating, and I'm not trying to impress anyone in the room, but that's my son. He means the world to me. So when I took him to the specialist and she sat him down, she did whatever tests she had to do. She said to me, Mr. Hoblos, look, I have to run some tests. I said to her, please, whatever you have to do. So basically she sat us in this room and she put these eye drops in his eye. And let me just explain to you what I had to go through. He's a shy kid. So he's seeing doctors and, and other people and, instruments. So obviously he was very nervous. And basically this is how the tests went. She sat my son down on a chair and she sat me on a chair opposite to my son. Now above my head was a computer screen and above his head was a mirror. So I could see what he was looking at. I hope that makes sense, yes? So she said to me, look, we have to test his vision. I said to her, fine. So naturally as a father, I'm trying to encourage my son and I'm trying to make him not stress. My son's name is Omar al-Farouk. I said to him, Omar, be strong, okay, Baba, don't worry, Habibi. You're going to sit down, whatever you can see, Amura, you tell her exactly what you can see and don't stress. I'm trying to encourage him. I mean, he's my son. I'm trying to encourage him. Don't worry. So he sat down on the chair and he was worried. I mean, he was scared. He was freaking out, naturally. So she started putting, it was numbers and letters and colors. So when she first put them on, they were nice and big. She asked him, what do you see? He said, A. And it was an A. I said to him, Amura, good on you, Baba. I'm so happy and so proud. This is my son. I said to him, good on you, Amura. And he smiled, and it was that smile from the heart. He felt like, he's making me proud. As far as he's concerned, he's making me proud. So there he was, A, D, red, ball, 1, 4. Ripping him out. But then they got smaller. Then he wasn't answering as fast. And I could see it and I could feel it. And then he started looking at me and he wasn't looking at the screen anymore. And she was asking, Omar, what can you see? I said to him, Amura, tell her, Baba. But he's looking at me and because I know he can't see it anymore. He couldn't work out what it was and he's looking at me and his eyes started tearing up. And he said to me, Baba, are you upset with me? I was like, Amura, why would you think I'm upset, Baba? No, I love you, Habibi. No. He said, and he's looking at me, he said to me, Baba, are you upset? I said to him, Baba, no, I'm not. Wallahi, I'm not upset. I said, Amura, I'm proud of you. And he's looking and I could see that he couldn't work it out. And I could read it. And wallahi, every part of me wanted to give him the answer. But I knew that if I gave him the answer, I was only going to cheat him. That's all I'm doing. So he's looking at it and he's looking at me and the tears start rolling down his face. And he said to me, Baba, are you upset? And I was like, man, why do you think that? And I thought, wow, Allah tested me, just a little test. Just a little test. And I'm a sinner. I'm not being humble. I don't sit in front of you like I'm better than anyone. I know my sins. I know my shortcomings. But me, this corrupted sinner, when my son was in that position, oh, the life of me, I couldn't hold myself. Wallahi, if he asked for my heart, I would have ripped it out and gave it to him. Yet the Prophet of Allah says on the day of judgment, when all of humanity will run to their father Adam, who's a prophet, who's free from sin, He knows every single one of you is definitely from his lineage. Definitely from his lineage. When all of humanity goes to Adam and they beg their father, "Oh Adam, help us, can't you see the state that we're in?" The Prophet of Allah says what? He says, your father who's a prophet will say, "Get away from me, nafsi, nafsi." Allah has never been this angry before, and He will never be this angry again. I have my own problems to worry about. And you and I think the Day of Judgment, it's just a big joke for you and I. It's a big game, as far as we're concerned. That everything's, relax. Relax. They were worried. They were stressed. And you and I have to relax. They were the best of people and worried. So no one gets offended. I'm the worst and I gotta be relaxed. Allah is not playing games. My brother, your life is real. Jahannam is real.